Hey, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're having a great day, a blessed day, and getting 1% better than yesterday and breaking free from anything that's holding you back from having the best day ever and becoming the best version of yourself. That's what I'm trying to do day in and day out. I hope everyone is doing okay as far as the Canadian wildfires go, especially if you are in Canada. My thoughts and prayers are with you. I hope that this crazy weather settles down. I know I talked to PH, who's in Arizona, who's also feeling the Californian and West Coast wildfires. Crazy. I've never experienced anything like this. To take the air for granted. My goodness. And I love the air. I love the sweet smells of spring and the fresh air of the morning. And it's just crazy when you can't appreciate that and the little things, right, that we take for granted that we should be grateful for on a daily basis. And my thoughts are with you guys and everyone who's affected by those. I did get out and side hustle a little bit today. I did some Uber Eats, some Spark Walmart, and some Instacart. Made just over $60. Pretty good shape for the week. And thank goodness for that side hustle. I just really enjoy it. Met some nice people out there today. There's three things I wanted to talk about today. I wanted to talk about a couple Bible verses that can kind of deal with natural disasters. I was kind of reading those over. I did see a tattoo on a cashier's arm today. It was like right here. Clearly seen. I didn't bring it up or mention it to her, but it said Proverbs 46:5. So I went home and I looked that up, and it just said, like, my strength is within her. I will not let her fall. And I thought that was pretty cool. That's taken out of context. I think within context, he was talking to the people of Jerusalem. But still, that person found a lot of meaning into that. And I thought that was kind of cool to bring up. So I want to talk about a couple Bible verses. Galatians 6:2 and Galatians 5:13. I want to talk about three Stoic quotes on discipline, because who among us couldn't use a little help being disciplined? And then I wanted to talk about 8 frugal habits that we can use to spend money and to take control of our finances and to better our lives. And I think we can get 1% better today by focusing on these topics in any walk of life that we are in. So first, the Bible verses. The first one is Galatians 6:2. It says, carry each other's burdens, and in this way you will find the law of Christ. And I think that means that we are not meant to be in this alone. We can carry each other's burdens. We need each other. What can we offer? We can offer time. We can offer resources. We can offer strength as blessings to those in need. You know, I just put something on the internet today, a short that kind of showed me freaking out, maybe, or at least on the inside of the crazy sky. And you know, I hear from my friend Tracy, who's right in Canada and in dealing with all that, and you know, who apologized for having that weather come down here, and it just made me want to be there for her and feel her burden and send prayers her way. And PH, who just right away offered get a mask, and then someone at Walmart, without even me asking, gave me a mask, and just how we can help each other in need. And we are not alone, that we have this community here together where we can bounce ideas off of. This community, we can rise together day by day, moment by moment, and offer each other support in many different ways. And then the second one, Galatians 5:13, it says, you, my brothers and sisters, were called to be free, but do not use your freedom to indulge in the flesh, rather to serve one another humbly with love. And of course, I want to be free. My buddy who saw one of my TikToks, that's my new thing I'm doing, sending out some TikToks. You can check me out over there. I'll try to put a link in the description. I'm not very technological. Because what are you trying to break free from? I said, I was working, so I had to send out a quick text. And the quick text read everything. And what does everything mean? You know, I've said it on here before: pain, stress, anxiety, overthinking, overeating, getting in shape, the rat race, debt, fear, pain, gambling, addictions, you name it. And I still got a long ways to go. I've come a long ways. I find myself in a pretty good spot right now, but hopefully he can find some inspiration from some of the content. It's always weird when somebody knows what you're doing, but that's just the way it is. It actually makes it easier that way. Next, let's talk about discipline. 3 Stoic quotes on discipline. When I first discovered the Stoic philosophers, I was in need of their philosophy, and it completely changed my life for the better. I became better all around, and I still have a ways to go. But these, just 3 quotes out of probably hundreds of just ancient wisdom that these guys put forth, can change your life for the better. The first is by the great Seneca, Stoic philosopher. He says, "The body should be treated more rigorously so that it may not be disobedient to the mind." And I think that means, like, who's in control? We have to treat ourselves rigorously to say, you're doing this. You're going to do those push-ups. You're going to go for that walk. You're going to go for that run. You're going to lift those weights. You're going to do those planks. You're going to stretch, when a lot of times it would be a lot easier to be on the couch. Who's in control, you or the couch? The disobedient mind. And we have to work hard during down times so we can be prepared when times get tough, and to strengthen our body, to better our health now so that we're prepared for things in the future. We are in charge. We are in control. We are free from the disobedient mind. The second is by the great Marcus Aurelius. He says, "Stop allowing your mind to be a slave, to be jerked about by the past, by mistrust of the present and the future, by the news, by anything that's going to get your senses. You don't have to be jerked about. You're not a slave to those things. You can stay centered within yourself, your overthinking mind. Stay focused on the present and stay grateful and keep a growth mindset. Do not be jerked about like a slave by thoughts going this way and that. Break free from that monkey mind." And the final one by Epictetus. He says, "It's part of a wise man to resist pleasures, but of a foolish man to be slave to them." So, yeah, at times we have to resist certain pleasures. Like, it's a lot easier not to exercise. It's a lot easier to watch Netflix all day than to side hustle. It's a lot easier to buy instead of save, or to flip. It's a lot easier to eat that chocolate cake and then become slave to it. Whereas a man who is free can take a step back and say, maybe once a week, maybe just at parties and special occasions. You got to find that right balance, everything in moderation. When your mind becomes disciplined, when you turn your body into a temple, when you're not jerked around, when you're not a slave to pleasures, you will start to become more free in many more areas of your life, and it will help your finances, it will help your health, it will make you feel more confident, many different ways, and that can lead to success in any area of life. And the area of life that I am in is a gig worker and as part-time waiter, and I'm enjoying the freedom that the life I have designed up to this point has allowed me, and I'm grateful for the knowledge that I've just recited to you. So now let's talk about 8 frugal tips that can definitely turn your life around and make you so much more free. All right, number 1 of 8 frugal living habits. Be honest with yourself about your finances, even and especially when you don't like it. Be honest with your income, be honest with your expenses, be honest with your savings, and be honest with your debt. Where do you stand? If you don't know where you stand, that's a recipe for bad news. Figure it out ASAP. There was a time when we weren't honest with ourselves about our finances, and I did not know where I stood. And that seems like a total 180 of where I am now. I would never let that stand again. I take responsibility for the fact that I was in that position. And once I found out, I worked every day as hard as I could to get everything back into track. And now I have control of my finances and live debt-free, which has given me peace and freedom that I couldn't even imagine. So I highly recommend being honest with yourself about your finances. Turn it around. It is possible. Number 2, keep expenses low. Frugality can lead to extra cash for savings. It can lead to extra cash for investing. Doesn't mean to be cheap, but it means to spend wisely. Focus on necessities. Another Stoic wisdom by Marcus Aurelius goes, ask yourself at every moment, is this necessary? And that's going to cut out a lot of BS and a lot of BS spending. Keep your expenses low. Live below your means. Invest the rest, and you will be free. Not overnight, but sooner than later. Number 3, don't be stupid about your spending. Avoid impulse purchases. Figure out if it's a want or if it's a need. Avoid mindless spending. I think of another stupid sort of spending is gambling, because no one really knows. Avoid stupid spending. And as a part-time waiter and as a part-time gig worker, I have to have these things just fine-tuned to figure out my expenses, to know where I stand, to keep expenses low, to not be stupid with my spending. And number 4 is don't manage your finances like everybody else. Everybody else is in debt and everybody else is broke. The average person is. We have a unique circumstance. We're different here. We're breaking free. We're not like everybody else. We're not keeping up with the Joneses. That's not the lifestyle we're living. And we, in turn, are going to have much more freedom and much more peace in our lives. Number 5, don't try to get rich quickly. Like I said, this lifestyle is not about getting rich quickly. It's about slow and steady, like the tortoise. Consistent savings and wise investments. Do your research, figure out what works for you. But in this household, we have consistent spending and consistent investments, and over time, this stuff does add up, and especially money compounds. That's the way to build wealth. Number 6, avoid the consumerism lifestyle. A cycle of spending and debt. And I've been in that cycle. I was in that cycle for many years. I really didn't know there was another cycle. Always needing more is a formula for having no money. And I got some extra money right now that I could spend, and then what? I'd still have the same issues that I'm facing, except I'd be a lot more stressed. Now I can cover things. I can only have what truly brings me joy. I'll show you one thing that truly brings me joy is this stack of 45 records. These are ones I set aside. Well, there are many other ones. Those I think are all doo-wop 45 albums from the 50s and 60s. You can kind of tell when they have 2 straight lines right here. That's, I think, like the 50s. You want record labels that you've never really heard of, small independent labels. These 3 I looked up right here. The Solitaires, the Volcanoes, and Mickey and Sylvia. You never heard of these guys, but there's some money there. At least I would say $10 in each of those. And I got a whole nother stack. Let me tell you the joy that that's going to bring me. Looking those up on eBay. Oh man, I love it. I truly, truly love it. That allows me to kind of scratch the consumer itch. At the same time, you're spending a little money, you're getting that high, you're getting that endorphins, but at the same time, you're doing it with purpose involved to resell. Now, let me tell you, this makes me kind of want to collect a little doo-wop, but I know how that story goes, so I'll enjoy it, looking them up, listening to them, and moving them on, and building up, just my funds. Will I say FU money? Maybe. Will I say emergency fund? Maybe. I don't know. Freedom fund. Maybe that's better. But as a part-time waiter, as a part-time gig worker, we keep our consumeristic tendencies low. We do not try to get rich quickly. Number 7, we focus on independence and not wealth. That's the focus. I mean, if I'm focusing on wealth, then no, I'll be defeated. I'll be sad. Okay, I'm not the richest on the block. I'm not the richest where I work. I'm not the richest of my friends. I'm not the richest of my strangers. That's not the game I'm playing. I'm prioritizing financial independence over wealth for just its own sake. I live comfortably without stress most of the time. No one can be completely stress-free, but it's pretty close. And I think that is more important than building wealth. If you can build wealth and do it at the same time, fine. But a lot of people build wealth to build wealth. And of course, money doesn't buy happiness. We know that as a fact. Live below your means. Invest wisely. Build a cushion. Money is a tool to buy independence from others. And that's allowed me to have extra family time and to live in peace and to structure and design my life how I want to do it. And I feel like I hit the lottery. I really do. And lastly, number 8, avoid dangers that will ruin you financially. Unwise relationships, unfortunately, can lead to ruin, or it can be your greatest financial choice. Substance abuse can ruin you. Financial leverage, which is going to mean debt or borrowed money, can ruin you. Gambling can ruin you. Shopping addictions can ruin you. Avoid dangers that can ruin you financially. And by implementing those 8 frugal rules into my life, by putting those 3 Stoic rules for discipline into my brain and the 2 Bible verses, I'm living a happy, healthy, free life. I'm getting a little bit better every day. And I'm hoping to share that knowledge and inspire someone out there that they can do the same. And I know that you will. Like, share, subscribe to the video, and break free.